What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining in. This is going to be a quick production breakdown of the Christmas lights, and I'd like to thank each one of you for showing so much love towards the song. I really appreciate it. And for those who actually reached out to me separately as well, thank you so much for all your kind words. The song is now streaming on all platforms. You can watch the music video on YouTube. You can also stream it on Apple Music and Spotify. And for those who asked me how the song was produced and mixed, I thought it'll be cool to just do a very high level production breakdown. And let's dive into the session. And as you can see, the structure of the song is pretty straightforward. And the only tricky part was the time signature changing just before the choruses. As you can see, the drop here is just time signature changing to 3/4, and the rest of the song is 4/4. And starting with the piano, the main element of the song, I would say, is very simple. I've used Native Instruments library, and this is what it sounds like. That's the piano, and with some pads. That's all the pads. And this is the shimmering texture pad. It's got a lot of movement, and I really like the sound of it, and I thought I'll add it in the background. What that sounds. So you see, it's very intimate feeling, moving, full of textures and sparkly magic. So I really liked this pad sound, and I thought it'll be cool to just blend the two. And of course, it is also then going into strings, which are the basic strings. And altogether, it sounds like this. And then on the pre-chorus section, there's just a little bit of organ, and sounds like this. Again, very simple, basic chords. Then it's accompanied by some electric guitars, which sound like this. By the way, I've played this on keyboards. These are not real guitars. Sound pretty cool. That's the sound of the electric guitars. And jumping into the acoustic, this was played by my very good friend Jason Swami, and this was played on a Taylor GS Mini. It sounds amazing, really, I would say, very present in the high mids. It's very bright, and I liked that sound of it. So these are double tracked, of course. One is going straight into the 1073 preamp, which is the analog gear, into the 1176 compressor, and these are two of the hardware units that were used on one of the tracks, and the other one is just tracked directly in front of the guitar through the Shure SM7B mic, and together it sounds like this. A very shimmery acoustic guitar, just doing some swells, and this is also using Big Sky to give that effect. I'm sure a lot of you guitarists out there love Big Sky, and this is the plug-in emulation of it. Again, really cool. Then and this is what the acoustic guitars sound like on the bridge of the song. Again, very nice and bright, and the processing on this is also pretty simple. I am just rolling off some low end from the guitars, and it's going through an SSL channel strip. Again, I'm doing some phase correction, some compression, and a bit of EQ. That's it on the acoustic guitars. And then coming to the bass, again played by my very dear friend Jason Swami. Shout out to you, Jason, for laying down some cool tracks. Bass is also tracked through the 1073 preamp going into the 1176, and this is what it sounds like. As you can hear, it's got a little bit of character to giving that distortion effect, which is a very nice character of the 1176, and I really like the sound of it. So and it sticks to the drums really nicely. Moving on to the vocals, I normally don't track the vocals directly on one track. It's always verse on one track and chorus on one track, etc. But don't ask me why. But yeah, so this is what the vocals sound like.
Christmas night, another fight.
And there's some processing going on. With the processing, it sounds like this.
Christmas night, another fight. Tears be cried, a flood.
And yes, that vocals is done by a very famous, renowned songwriter, singer, Ali Malik. Again, very good friend of mine, and thank you, Ali, for putting vocals down for this track. Just quick vocal chain is there's some channel EQ rolling off the low end, there's some de-essing on it, and it's going through my virtual mix track, which is adding a bit of EQ and compression. Then it's going into the bus channel for vocals, which I'm just doing a very little pitch correction. I'm doing some compression again, some de-essing, some plosives, and EQ again. And lastly, it's going into the fresh air, just adding a little bit of sparkle and presence on the track. And that's the main vocals. And jumping to this is the bridge where Ali has sang some really nice harmonies, and this is what it sounds like.
Of candles on air flicker, oh they flicker and they flow.
And with the main vocals, it sounds like this.
Up above, candles on air flicker, oh they flicker and they flow.
So that's the vocals, and then jumping into the drums. I'm sure you have heard how the drums sound like, but this is what it is in pieces. This is the kick in with notes. Nice and fat, really nice. So this is the Steven Slade drums. Of course, these are programmed. These are MIDI drums, and they sound really good. I am processing the drums through the drum bus here, which is basically an SSL channel strip, low frequency enhancers, some high frequency, and that's it. And then there's also this part here, which is a tambourine on top of it. Sounds like this. That's just a tambourine on every other second hit of the snare. And with the bass, it sounds like this. acoustics. This sounds like. And then also moving forward to the sax solo, which my brother Elton Shearer played, and this is what it sounds like. Beautiful, beautiful job, your little brother Elton. And this, the beauty of this is tracked through the Analog Gear Warm Audio's WMPX. It's a tape saturation preamp, and it's really showing the character of it, and I really love the sound of it. And with everything in on the sax solo, this is what it sounds like.
Oh, Christmas lights light up the street.
Yeah, I was processing this through the Warm Audio bus compressor, which I can't show you now because of this video recording. But in any case, I have replaced it with the SSL G bus compressor. Moving on to some drive here, into some Mag EQ. This is a very simple plugin from Plugin Alliance, but it sounds really good. Into some stereo imaging, some limiting. FGX is one of my favorite plugins on the master bus. And as you can see, this is mastered pretty loud.
Oh, Christmas lights light up.
So that's a pretty loud master. And that's the whole track. Thank you again so much for joining in and checking out this quick production breakdown. And I hope that you enjoyed this session, and there's a lot more music coming in this year, and stay tuned and show us some love, support, and thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.